Value of this month: being simple. Being simple means to be content with what is meaningful and valuable in life.
Week 1 work schedule for the topic Weather, Climate and Adaptations of Animals to Climate. How to use this document? There are links provided. Please watch for the specified learning outcomes. Please maintain one book. For science, it can be your old rough notes too. Adhere to the given timelines on the slides. Practice the exercises given on the slides. If you have any doubts, make a note of them in the book. Your doubts will be clarified during the conference call on the appointed day. Answer the assessment in an A4 sheet and file the papers for submission in school. The exercise carries 5 marks for term 1. This PPT contains how to use this document, links and learning outcomes for the topic Weather, Climate and Adaptations of Animals to Climate, and exercises which help you in making notes based on your understanding and reading the NCERT textbook. Children, please make a note of the things to be included in your classwork. Keywords and definitions on slide 6 and 7. Under the heading Running Notes, please write down the following: activity readings on slide 9, questions on slide 10, map on slide 15, activity readings on slide 16, and tasks on slide 19, and NCERT question and answers. Children, copy the keywords into your classwork. They are temperature, adaptation, climate, elements of weather, humidity, migration, polar region, tropical rainforest, weather, atmosphere. Following are the key definitions to be written in your classwork. Temperature. It is a measure of how hot or cold something is. Climate. The weather conditions prevailing in an area in general or over a long period. Weather. The day-to-day conditions of the atmosphere at a certain place with respect to temperature, wind speed, humidity, rainfall, sunshine or clouds, etc. Humidity. The capacity of air to hold water vapor in it at a particular temperature. Habitat. The natural home or environment of an animal, planet or other organisms. Adaptation. The process of change by which an organism or species becomes better suited to its environment. Migration. The seasonal movement of animals from one region to another. Atmosphere. The envelope of gases surrounding the Earth or another planet. Think and answer the following questions when you come back during the clarification call. A fish dies when taken out of water, whereas a wall lizard will die if kept underwater. Why do you think so? Why is it difficult to predict the weather of a place while it is easy to predict its climate? Weather plays a major part in our lives. It affects many of the things that we do, from the clothes we wear and the food we eat to where we live and how we travel. As a result, weather is of great interest to people everywhere. What is weather? You must have seen in the TV news, a newsreader greets you in the morning and gives you the day's weather report. Weather refers to day-to-day condition of atmosphere of certain place with regards to elements like humidity, temperature, precipitation, amount and intensity of rainfall, snowfall, etc. It is the state of the atmosphere which can change at any time. For example, it may be too hot in the morning, suddenly it may rain for 2 hours. Weather is influenced by temperature and moisture differences between one place to another. These differences occur due to the angle of sun at any particular spot, which varies from place to place because the Earth's axis is tilted. The sunlight falls at different angles at different times of the year. The temperature, humidity and other factors are called the elements of the weather. The weather report has the following information: maximum and minimum temperature of the past 24 hours, humidity or relative humidity, rainfall if any, time of sunrise and sunset, and prediction of weather for the present day. In the weather report of a day, maximum and minimum temperature represents the maximum and minimum level of mercury recorded by a maximum and minimum thermometer as shown in the image. Do you know what time of the day has maximum temperature and what time of the day has minimum temperature? The maximum temperature is in the afternoon, while the minimum temperature is recorded generally in the morning. The word climate refers to the average weather condition of any specific area taken over a large period of time, that is, around 25 years or more. The countries of the world can be divided into different climatic zones as they have different types of climate. The hot or torrid zone is the region around the equator which is heated by the direct rays of the sun. The cold or frigid zone is the region around the north and the south poles which receives slanting rays of the sun. The temperate zone is the region between the torrid and the frigid zone. India can be divided mainly into four climatic zones, namely alpine, subtropical, tropical, and arid. The factors affecting the climate are latitude or the distance from the equator, altitude or height above the sea level, distance from the sea, and wind. Let's understand how is climate different from weather. As you know, climate refers to the average weather conditions of a particular location taken over a long period of time. For example, Northeast India receives rain for most parts of the year. Therefore, we can say that the climate in Northeast India is wet, while weather is the condition of the atmosphere for a short period of time. The weather constantly changes as the elements of it, such as temperature and humidity, change in the atmosphere. The weather of the day might be sunny, windy, or cloudy, rainy, or snowy. The climate of India is influenced by two main factors: the position of the mountain ranges and the direction of the rain bearing winds. India has tropical monsoon type of climate. That means the climate is based on the monsoons. Alternating seasons is the chief characteristic of India's climate. Climate has a profound effect on all living organisms. Animals are adapted to survive in the conditions in which they live. Animals living in very cold and hot climate must possess special features to protect themselves against the extreme cold or heat. It is very interesting to note the way animals adapt to different climates. Click on the below given video link to watch and understand more about the adaptations in animals. Activity time. Record and investigate to find out the different weather conditions during a week. For this, take the newspapers or using apps related to weather of the last 7 days and cut the weather reports given in them. Paste these weather reports on an A4 sheet and record the information given there in a table as shown below. If rainfall is not shown in the weather report, leave the column of the rainfall blank. Prepare a weather report for 1 week. After you complete the activity, children, write the answers for the below questions in your classwork under the heading Running Notes. Look at the data collected carefully and answer the following questions. Is the maximum and minimum temperature same for all the days? Are there any changes in the measured values of humidity? Are the changes in temperature and humidity extreme or marginal, that is minimal? Why do we need to know the humidity in the atmosphere? Is temperature alone not sufficient? What is the role of humidity in our life? Watch the below given video link to understand a little more about weather. Activity time. Duration 10:50 to 11:10 am. On the India map, mark the amount of rainfall received by different states using the below link. Stick the map in your classwork. It's your break time. Reading time. Duration 10:25 to 10:50 am. Read page number 68 to 71 in the textbook. For children who do not have a textbook, please click on the below link to access the lesson. Adaptations of animals to climate. Playtime. The duration for this activity is 10 minutes. That is from 11:30 to 11:40 am. Visit the following website and play the quiz. Share your result during the clarification call. The duration for this task is half an hour. That is from 11:40 to 12:10 pm. Make a flowchart showing 3 types of habitats: polar, desert, and tropical, and write their characteristics in your notebook under the heading Running Notes. Collect or draw pictures of any 6 animals that live in the above 3 habitats and share the information about them in the format shown next. picture or drawing of the animal. Below that, write the name of the animal, the habitat in which it lives, major adaptations shown by the particular animal, and how do these adaptations help it in adjusting to the weather or climate, survival or the mode of protection, and how does it reproduce and how does it obtain its food. Activity time. Make your own rain gauge with the help of a transparent plastic or glass bottle. Make a note of the amount of rainfall received on any 3 days from the instrument that you prepared and note down the readings in your notebook. The below link helps you in preparation of the instrument. Do you know what rain gauge is? Rain gauge is an instrument which helps you to measure the rainfall. Once again, I would like to reiterate few points. Point number 1. Watch the given video links carefully. Make a note of the key points from the videos. Point number 2. Complete the exercises, activities and assessment in the given time frame. Point number 3. All your written work has to be in cursive handwriting only. Point number 4. Read the textbook pages that are mentioned in the PowerPoint thoroughly. Would suggest you to read the textbook also twice. Point number 5. Present your work neatly and file all your work carefully. Point number 6. Do not forget to write the date and your name, class and section on the A4 sheets. Thank you.